Hello, I'm David Kerr and you're watching Shalom World News. Here are the headlines from around the globe. Pope Francis has celebrated the Easter Vigil in an almost empty St. Peter's Basilica. In his homily, the Holy Father focused on the risen Christ's twin gifts of hope and courage, both rooted in the conviction that, quote, God is able to make everything work unto the good. Despite there being virtually no congregation due to the present COVID-19 pandemic, it's estimated that millions watched across the world on television and via social media. Sales of the Bible have reportedly increased since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the evangelical publication The Christian Post, various publishing firms are recording big increases in the sales of sacred scripture. That includes one Californian publisher, Alabaster, who say they've seen sales rise by 143% compared with this time last year. Those claims follow on from recent research emanating from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark, suggesting that there has also been a sharp increase in the number of people Googling the word prayer during the present pandemic. The Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli has performed to a global audience of over 26 million with an Easter Sunday concert from Milan's Duomo Cathedral. The 61-year-old singer said he staged the performance entitled Bocelli Music for Hope in order to unite the world in prayer. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, the Milanese cathedral was virtually empty. The concert was streamed, however, on the artist's official YouTube channel. During the performance, he sang several well-known sacred arias, including César Franck's Panis Angelicus and Pietro Mascagni's Ave Maria, before concluding with Amazing Grace, performed from the steps of the cathedral. The Knights of Columbus are offering to support food banks across North America during the COVID-19 pandemic, with many people already stocking their pantries in preparation for quarantine. Local food banks across the US and Canada have seen a recent decline in donations. The same is true of food pantries and soup kitchens. So now the Knights of Columbus want as many of their 1.25 million members as possible to reach out and support local food banks through donations of both foodstuffs and money. The support will be focused on 26 cities across 16 states in the US, plus the District of Columbia and 4 provinces in Canada. It's all part of the Knights Leave No Neighbour Behind initiative, which aims to provide support for fellow Knights, Catholic parishes and local communities during the COVID-19 outbreak. The Archbishop of Westminster in England has asked the UK government not to forget the plight of modern slaves during the COVID-19 pandemic. Cardinal Vincent Nichols is also inviting Catholics to support organisations working directly to help those suffering due to what he labels the evil of slavery. He also suggested that women and girls trapped in sexual exploitation are at particular risk at this time. Finally, the authorities in Egypt have approved the building or repairing of 74 church buildings. The move follows a 2016 law regulating the construction and restoration of churches in Egypt. That legislation is aimed at making it easier for Christian churches and ecclesial communities to construct and repair their buildings. Previously, it was almost impossible for Egyptian churches to obtain permission from the government to construct or repair buildings. That left many Christians with no option but to meet for worship in unlicensed premises where they were sometimes attacked by Muslim mobs. Since 2016, over 1,500 church buildings have received the new government licence. Christians make up about 10% of the Egyptian population. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time on Shalom World News. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.